Hello, 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 and welcome back to Slay the Spire. So we've done the Ironclad, we've done the Silent. That leaves us with the third class, the Defect. The Defect is a combat automaton which is self-aware, ancient technology, blah blah blah, allows the manipulation of orbs. What the Defect really is doing then... Hang on, just blocking my way. The Defect has... Well, let's just get started and I'll show you soon enough. 3 slots above his head for orbs. His deck allows you to summon orbs. Orbs are elements that do something passively at the end of each turn. So for example, Zap channels 1 lightning. Lightning, the orb of lightning, deals 3 damage at the end of a turn, or, and this is true of all orbs, when they are over the capacity, so if there are 3 here and you play a 4th, it pushes the last one out, and it has a more powerful effect before being destroyed. So, in the case of Zap, it deals 8 damage to a random target. My starting relic then gives me a default of 1 lightning, which is nice. Yeah, goes from there. Starting deck is actually different than most. Instead of having 5, 5, and 2, it has 4, 4, and 2, so it's by default a tighter deck. These upgrade to 0 cost cards, versions of themselves, so you can make your deck more fluid by upgrading. Curse with 250 gold, 3 pots, or just a card. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Shop. We've got 2 early shops, then a campfire if we so desire. Actually, a double campfire. If we take 1 shop, double campfire, I could potentially, and then eventually hexacore for the boss, I could potentially get 2 upgrades out of this. So yeah, I think that's the route I'm going to go. Let's get a random card. If I take 250 gold and lose the curse at the shop, that'll put me down to... Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's take the curse and the money, because I can remove the curse if it's really bad. Gaining 1 week is very bad. I can remove the curse here if so desired, or I can spend the money if I'd rather have the money. Alright, so let's see the orbs in action. Well, with 11 damage coming in, let's not. Block 5, block 10. The orb's ability is at the end of my turn it will deal 3 damage to a random enemy. If I evoke it, it will deal 8 to a random enemy. Here I happen to have the ability to evoke it twice with dual cast. That could hit this guy for 16, which would be awesome, or each of them for 8, which would be meaningless, etc. Instead, I'm just going to set this guy up for a lethal. The passive ability was to deal 3 damage. Which, as you see, it just did. Okay, they're not attacking, so I have this whole turn to not defend. Second orb. Oh wow, both of the zaps hit the wrong target. We're gonna finish him off and then keep hitting the other target. This passive damage, as you can see, clearly adds up pretty quick. And now for the evoke for 8 damage and finish. Okay, these are both really good. This lets me get 2 extra actions that I can spend on pretty much anything. So, continues to give me energy to play through my deck. But considering how cheap my cards are, this isn't super valuable right now, and it gives me a void. When you draw this unplayable void card, you lose action, so that sucks. Hologram, on the other hand, is just cool. It's a block card that starts off as a weak block that recurs something from the trash, and when you upgrade it, 5 block, return, no exhaust. I'll take Hologram here. It's a lot of different things it combos well with. For example, I only have 1 defend here, but thanks to Hologram I can go defend, block, defend, and be fully defended. Defend, defend, strike. Strike, defend, defend. This weakness is really crippling me. If I remove the shield, I can't get through this guy in 1 turn, so let's just prep for a more powerful next turn. God, I hate the jaw worm. Dual cast hits that for 16. That's 6 more. I am just a little bit short. So that was actually a really bad play on my part. I should have just defended. Alright, there, he's gone. Steam Barrier I like as well. It's a 0 cost card, so always can be played, and 6 block is awesome. So we'll take that. Okay. First catch of the day. I could take Reprogram. Reprogram lets me ditch 4 cards so I can set my hand up the way I want it. I can take Claw. Claw is interesting. It's a 0 cost card, 3 damage. All claws deal 2 additional damage for the rest of combat, so the more times you play it, the better it gets. And if you have multiple claws, you get to play them more often. Whenever you play a power, a random card goes to 0. Whenever you use a potion, get 3 extra HP. Start turn. If you took any damage on the turn, trigger the passive ability of all your orbs. These are all potentially very powerful. Card removal, I can get rid of the curse. You know what? I've got a pretty small deck so far. Let's get rid of the curse to go down to 12 and pick up the claw and see if I can really go all in on this 0 cost deck idea. So we're gonna get rid of the curse, that's for sure. What else helps a 0 cost deck here the most? Healing over time is always valuable. Whenever you play a power, a random card in your hand costs 0. Whenever you use a potion, heal 3. This is interesting. I play a power and something else. Oh, just for the turn. Forget it. I thought it was permanent. Draw 2 cards, add a burn into your discard pile. Burns will end any loop that I might create because they're unplayable, so that's kind of iffy, even though it is a draw, and I do like draw. This is a dig without a draw. Helps to keep cycles, but at this point, why not just get rid of cards and keep my deck thin to begin with? This I like. It does technically take up a spot, but healing is almost universally valuable, so we'll take that. And just so we're... Actually, we have another merchant down the road, I think, so we'll keep our money now and keep moving. Okay. So Claw starts off pretty weak, just 3 damage, but it's going to scale up the longer we use it. Each fight. Let's go block, block, strike, and this is what's interesting about this, it's a 0 cost, so I get to play it on top of everything else. Just 1 damage, no big deal. Once you know it, I get bandage up. Huzzah! Okay, 6 damage coming in, 6 block needed, here we go. Even though this is going to go down to 5, the fact that it's free is very valuable. We're going to go Zap, Hologram. Ooh, we can get Claw back. And Claw now is scaled up to 5, so that's even better. Free is free. And the second Zap hits him to finish him. Perfect. We'll dual cast and that should end this fight. 0 cost card that makes things vulnerable. Does go nicely with our 0 cost strategy, but does thicken up a deck. Realistically, I'm not going to get 8 card removals to go down to a full 0 cost deck. Might not hurt to add a single extra attack. But I need to be careful, I can't just keep adding things willy-nilly. Let's remove a card and then keep going that way for more campfires. Ooh, extra claw. Glad I saved my money. Everything here is actually pretty good, but let's do extra claw and remove a card. And the card we're going to remove is an ordinary strike. My claws are taking the place of my strikes. Alright, do I need a heal? Not really, I'm doing good, so Streamline. Zap can go to 0 cost. Thank you very much. Ugh, I hate these guys. They always hit really hard. Bandage to full, please. And block, block, block. And because I upgraded Zap, I literally got to play all 5 cards here. No need for extra mana when I already have a cheap-ass hand. Cast an effect, just block. Okay, so we're gonna go Claw Wipe for 2. Hologram to retrieve my Claw Wipe. Claw Wipe for more than that. Punch, and defend, why not? I don't need to play this, so I'm not going to because it would just degrade the card. Entangle, so no attacks this turn, all blocks. And I drew all attacks, no blocks. Well, that's just unfortunate. No matter how you slice it, luck does play a role in any card game. And that is about as bad as luck as you could possibly have. Now let's make him vulnerable. Strike. Strike harder. And finish him. 19 damage saved, thank God. I'm taking so much damage because of the vulnerable status he put on me. Finish the job. Oh my god, this is so lucky. I get 3 claws, or I can go auto shield. There'll be more defense options later, but you don't always get claw options. So at this point, my deck is more claws than strikes practically. My health is middling. It's not super good. It's not super bad. If I take this route, I get a campfire, but I miss this merchant. If I take this route, I get this merchant, but I'm pretty broke. Even if I get 20, 40 gold, so that's almost 100, I don't think I'm going to get to the 150 I need to remove a card. So, better to go this way and get a guaranteed power-up for my deck. And the most obvious thing to power up here is Hologram. Oh, I should point out, if you upgrade a Claw, all it does is increase it plus 2 damage. The scaling doesn't increase, so there's no point. Hologram or Dual Cast can be made free, but I'd rather it get out of my deck, honestly, so yeah, we'll take Holo. Okay, now what? The first time you lose HP, draw 3 cards. That's awesome, considering most of my cards are free to play. I could go this route for money, but I'd rather take events. I think events are more likely to give me remove a card. Oh, that's wonderful. We can either remove a strike or... Oh, yeah, we're removing a strike. Dual cast or strike? Dual cast or strike? I still like this kind of interplay that I can deal 16 damage periodically. So we'll remove the deal 6 option. Heal immediately. Get a zap up immediately. I have 9 damage capacity, but none of these are as low as 9. I can't even get one of these down to dies to lightning. I can apply vulnerable to kill one of them. Honestly, as wasteful as this seems, I kind of need to make sure I take a little less damage here. 9 and a claw wipe to finish you. I've been drawing some pretty lousy hands, honestly. Ooh, draw up to 3, drop even more. Free block. Full block. Claw wipe. 5 damage now, so this is starting to really ramp. Hologram. Claw wipe again. Make you vulnerable first. Claw wipe to finish you. And pummel. Literally in one round through my deck, look how much more powerful it's become. I'll holo for that. And boom, just finish the job. Oh, if I had had Exploding Potion before that fight, it would have been amazing. Oh, another claw? Okay, so now my deck is 4 claws. I don't need more claws than that. That's enough. I just need a smaller deck. The question mark had a merchant. That's unfortunate. I'm not ready for a merchant. And I can't afford anything here except Barrage, which is a lot of single target damage, but my claws do that well. I'm 4 gold short of self-repair. I wish I could sell this potion, because this is worth paying for. No matter, I'll have options later. In the meantime, let's get Steroid Potion, so that I can, for any one turn, make all my strikes super deadly. I might need that against Hexacore. Alright, vulnerable first, bandage please, zap up, strike, and block. Wow, all the lightning is targeting the target I wanted this one time. Block will get him down, and then Claw will take him out, so that's perfect. Block, Claw. You know what? If I kill him, this guy's vulnerability Poison Mushroom will go into effect. But I don't have a choice, otherwise I'm just taking more damage, so yeah, 3 damage is fine. And just for shits and giggles, let's explode him. Easy win, money, card. Whenever you take attack damage, channel lightning. Nah, I don't really need that. It's cool and all, but I don't need it. Let's take on the monster and hope for something cool. I really want money too, but let's make you vulnerable and then pummel the crap out of you. I'm just ramping very slowly, so every fight I'm taking a little damage. I can do 7 and 9 is 16, which is sublethal. And then I can dual cast, which might be enough. Here, let's dual cast first so I know what I need to hit. Well, that makes it easier now, doesn't it? If I hit you for 7 and 7, that's gonna be not enough because of your shield, so nothing I do is gonna be enough. Let's just do that and that. And boom, finish with electricity. I forgot about the electricity. I need this. A big, strong, single block card. As much as it pains me to do this, I think I need to rest here. 35 HP against Hexacore with how slow my deck starts is not good enough. 35... So bear that number in mind, huh? If I had gone into this fight without healing, then 757 minus 35. 22 would have been lethal. Here it goes. 22 is lethal. We're gonna go Claw. Hollow back the Claw. Claw again. I'm already ramping the Claw. I have steroids and explosive potions. Alright. We are live. If I could make him weak, this would be the turn to do it, but I can't. Block, Claw is the obvious play. Ow, 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 ow. Okay, so we took a lot of damage there. Single leap fully protects us, but let's go in order here. Start off with getting the zap online. Make you vulnerable. You know what? I'm gonna hit with 4 attacks. I may as well steroids this turn. Yeah, I'm not gonna get this big a turn often. Claw. Claw. Claws are already hitting for 20. Damn. All I need is 1 block card, and since I have 2 mana and 2 cards that cost, I'm gonna save the 6 free block for later. Just do this, this. Okay, still not quite at the 22 of lethal yet. Claw Wipe. Claw Wipe's now hitting for 15. Full block. Claw Wipe hitting for 17. Oh, vulnerable first. Claw Wipe hitting for 25 thanks to vulnerability. Hologram back a Claw Wipe. Claw Wipe again for 28. Strike while the defense is down. Holy crap, I could have done this fight without healing. I need to be bolder. Dual cast finish. That was ridiculously efficient. I'm not really using orbs here, so this is a 2-cost card that doesn't help my strategy. This is only going to cast lightning at best. So yeah, I don't actually want any of these cards. Sometimes it's correct to skip a rare. I'm going to take Lizard Tail just so I'm not afraid of dying anymore, so I can use Campfires more boldly. If you would die, you get 50% HP back. I have 150 gold, that should be enough to remove a card, so going to the merchant makes sense. Going to either of these merchants makes sense. There are elites on just about every road. I can probably deal with an elite or 2 at this point, so if I take this elite and 2 campfires, that's probably a good path. Let's go with the event as well, so this is the route. Oh god, if they steal a lot of money, this could be bad for me. Let's try and kill them off efficiently, so weaken the looters. Smack, smack, D and D. 10 damage AoE doesn't really seem like it would do a whole lot here, so we'll pass. Ow. Okay, now I can have full D, so that's good. So we'll go Claw Wipe, Hollow back for a Claw, Claw Wipe again, now ramped up very high. If I hit him twice, he's dead. I still take damage though. I'd rather not do that, so let's block once. And actually, if we dual cast here, and it targets the same guy twice, he's dead. But that probably won't happen. Let's get the full block off at 20, and then just use our last attack to just whittle him down even further. Alright, this is the big turn. This guy is holding a lot of my money, but they're about to D up and then bail. I need to kill them both somehow. We're gonna use this to attack them both. That way I have a fighting chance of killing this guy next turn. I'm gonna save my focus for a more important fight. This is just money. I can get money back later. I need to do 32 damage in one turn. Claw Wipe for 13, Claw Wipe for 15. Look at that ramp. I ramp up very nicely. All gold stolen back. Play 6 damage and replace itself if it's early. That sounds good. Double energy, no cost. But it exhausts itself. That's really good. But I don't really need energy because I already play my whole hand. Not until I have better draw anyway. Okay. So, heal. This is a full heal to 7-3. Yep, okay. Beam Cell to weaken you. Claw Wipe. Actually, dual cast first to remove your armor, and then Claw Wipe to chuck at the plated armor. And then we'll leap. Yeah, it's fine. 3 damage. Now what? Zap up? Yes. Let's go. Claw Wipe. Do we defend first? 6 and 5. We need 1 defense, and we're gonna get that from Hollow, so we don't need to worry about it. Okay, so Claw Wipe, Hollow up another Claw Wipe, and defense. Actually, we can save this for later. Oh no, we'll punch him. We'll punch him. That's worth putting up another defense. Okay, beautiful. FTL, because that one replaces itself. Remove your barrier. And then Claw Wipe repeatedly to break the armor as much as possible. Full block. Well, not full block, but our best block. At this point, our claws deal 17 damage, which is more than enough. My deck is getting bigger, not smaller. It's already got 4 claws. Do I really need a 5th? Not necessarily. But ramping claws is how I win the game. I could also just go with the Beam Cell. 4 damage and apply vulnerable. I'll take a claw, but that's it. 5 claws and I'm done. Alright, what do we got here? We've got FTL and Beam Cell, both very reasonable. We've got start combat with your enemies vulnerable. That's super valuable. If I remove a card, I'm left with exactly 50 GP, which is not a lot. These I can't afford. What is this? Channel Dark at the start of each... Ooh, that's nice. Okay, we're going to remove a card. And it's got to be a basic strike, I suspect. Or dual cast. Neither of them really synergizes with my strategy, but strike it is. Now that leaves me with exactly enough for a Beam Cell or a barrier. And I will take a Beam Cell. What I'm really looking for at this point is draw cards, though. So maybe I shouldn't take the Beam Cell. I mean, let's review here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 attacks that I'm happy to see in an 18-card deck. 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... attacks that I'm happy to see in an 18-card deck. Also, one of the 18 cards exhaust themselves. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. I don't think I need an extra Beam Cell just now. If I had all for 1, it would be useful. That gives you all your 0 costs back, but I don't have that yet. Oh, and potion-wise, +5 to Dex could help me in a pinch. You know what? I will take a speed potion. I could see that being very useful in a certain boss fight, or 2, or several. I was considering either going 1-2 campfires, or through the elite. Let's go through the elite. I feel gutsy. Nothing attacking this turn. That's excellent. So we'll go Claw, Claw, bandage, block everything. Not that there's anything to block. We're focusing on this guy, because this guy is not going to die anytime soon. FTL, beam cell. I've got to remember to get my turn ordering correct. Make them vulnerable first, then hit them. That's a lot of damage. If I had thought ahead, maybe I would have used my plus focus. Seems like every fight there's one turn where I take a lot of damage. Claw wipe, and he is finished. Steam barrier here for sure, because I'm going to need it. Hologram back. Claw wipe isn't going to do enough here to really matter. I might need even more defense this turn. Leap. Leap. 16 out of 20. 19 out of 20. Good enough. See? That's what I mean. You're gonna get the claws eventually. Give me a card. Beam cell's good. Dual cast. Finish him! Go for the eyes, makes them weak. Extra leap. Nah, at this point, I'll take a weakness. I don't have any way to induce weakness. Now I do. Oh, I hate this boss. Because he always starts off with this massive attack that I can do nothing about. And I have no cards, so all I can do is... I can go block, block, block for 15 out of 21. If I dex, I'll super block it. Actually, that's not a bad idea. Let's go block, block, block. And then poke, poke. So I'll take 6 damage, which is not nothing, but yeah. Claw wipe for slightly more. Bandage. Go for the eyes, does not quite fully break him. That's good. That's a power turn. If I just had a way to draw more cards, I'd be very happy. Claw wipe doesn't matter. Go dual cast. I'm just getting hammered in these fights because I keep getting made unable to fully block. Did I play my bandage? I think I did. Yeah, I must have. Okay, good. Once again, bad turn ordering. I should have made him vulnerable first, but once I get rolling, it hardly matters. Don't need any of this. This is actually not unreasonable for me, but I don't want a 2-cost card in my deck. So now if I take on the Elite, I do it at 32 health, which just feels worse. Greed! I have a defense potion and a focus potion. I should be okay here. I really should be okay here. We're going to take the focus potion immediately, so that we're at least getting a little bit of an edge in this fight. I need to kill one of these gremlins immediately. Probably the fat gremlin? Good. If this hits him, he's gone. Of course it hits the boss. I need to kill them all, but, you know, right now, one thing at a time. Once I ramp sufficiently, I can kill the boss in a turn or two. That's not the concern. The concern is if I live long enough to do it. (27 plus 9 is 36. Shit. I'm just about dead. This is a really promising run, too. Oh, man. Bandage does not feel very helpful right now. Let's go vulnerable induce and finish him. Okay, that was good. How do I manage to take 0 damage from here on out? Because that's really what's necessary in order to not just out and out lose. Especially when they're dealing... Oh, now my claws are big enough to kill them in one hit. That makes a difference. But his strength is also scaling, which is less good. Claw wipe, hollow for a claw, claw wipe, defend, extra zap. 23, 46, 52. I can't believe I survived that fight. That was terrible. All to get AoE 3 damage. That's not even kind of worth it. Well, now I've painted myself into a corner and I have to heal just to be stable. Jax I can't afford, so I have to decline it, which is a shame because zero cost Jax is perfect for this deck. There's no point going here, I don't have enough money. Let's go here instead. Dreamcatcher, okay. Which means if I rest here I get a card option. If I smithy, what am I smithing exactly? Does FTL get better? Not really. It just gives me another opportunity for card. Dual cast can become free, but that's really about it. I can make this block a little bit more blocky. That's really about it. So yeah, I'm gonna rest here because I'm a pansy, but it also gives me a free card option. Nope, what I need more than anything right now is dig, card draw. Card draw and card dig. Nothing else is worth looking into. 24 damage on turn 1. Come on, guys. Give a guy a chance here. I'm gonna make one of you weaker. That's 20. That's actually potentially reachable. Better. I was so fixated on paying to get cards out of my deck that I didn't really do a good job keeping enough money to keep buying cards I needed. Let's remove the shield, then smack you, then go digging for a new card. Full block without needing to use the Steam card. Good. Now what? Now we just cut you up and finish the job. Entropic Brew is good. Gain 2 actions is not what I need. I need gain 2 cards. I have enough actions. This at least replaces itself, but only if you've not gone into a long chain. And it's a pittance of damage otherwise, with no strength scaling, so let's not thicken my deck anymore. 3 questions or 2 encounters? I vote for 3 question marks, honestly. Of course, that doesn't necessarily mean you won't get 3 encounters. Make vulnerable. Energy doesn't help here, but energy rarely helps in this deck, so let's drink this, and then give myself 3 potions, see what options I get. I'm gonna poison one of these guys, because this fight's very hard. With dexterity, I can get at best, what, an 8 block out of this? It's not even close to how much I want. Weaken, on the other hand, will reduce him for several turns. And we'll drink this. Normally I underestimate how many potions I should be using, so I'm intentionally trying to be a little bit more liberal this time. Still took massive damage. If this deck has a major weakness, that's what it is, that it's too easy to have a very slow start. This guy is dead as he stands. This So focus damage where it'll actually make a difference. I really just need a way to draw a few cards. Like, anytime I have a hand of 4 or 5 cards, I become much, much more effective. Which is why the Centennial puzzle tends to tick off really nicely for me. No. None of these draw me cards, which is really the one thing I want. Okay. This does not look good. Ow. 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 At the start of each combat, add a random power to your hand that costs 0 until the end of turn. Ooh, 1 free power every time? Nice. Ugh. On the one hand, removing a card is really good. For free. On the other hand, upgrading 5 cards is excellent. The need for upgrading is decidedly less right now, seeing as to how most of my stuff is where I need it to be. I think I just rest here to maximize my probability of surviving. Oh yeah, I get a free card when I rest. 6 damage for each channeled orb. I usually have 2, so this would be a 1 mana 12 damage card. Nah, I'm all about claw scaling. I don't really need it. My claws will rapidly outstrip that. So, I get a free Hello World. At the start of your turn, add a random common to your hand. I feel like random commons are going to flood my deck quickly. I don't know if I even want to play that. Then again, free card every turn is a free card every turn, and I always have leftover mana. Then again, I can't loot my deck as fast if I have it filled with junk. It's kind of a tough call. I'll take it. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? I end up having a slower 3rd and 4th cycle by like 2 or 3 cards. Which might actually prove to be bad, so, whoops. Bandage for sure. 9 damage is not a ton. Oh, see, there you go. Gives me a defense. Actually, how much defense do I need this turn? 22? So 8, 16... 18. It's most of the way there. Do I change targets or do I focus the automaton? Let's focus the automaton for now. When my claw wipes are... He took an FTL, I don't really care about that. Okay, that's more like it. The Centennial puzzle, that's why I have such a good hand. And the new common card I got was... I don't know, probably a Beam Cell or something, because it blends in. Beam Cell induces vulnerable. Vulnerable. Let's do this. Let's go Beam Cell. Beam Cell. And go for the eyes, just to get rid of all of his artifacts. Oh, he's not attacking, so that doesn't work. Ratburners. I only need 8 defense this turn, so 1 defend is sufficient. That leaves me with 24-ish damage in claw wipes. He has something I don't really care about, but he's going to be hurting me with a negative effect. Let's focus the automaton in this situation. The ads are just distractions. When they're closer to quick kill range, I'll worry about them. So, he's taken my weak, he's taken my FTL, neither of which is important. I can get a recursion off here if I care. 28 damage total coming in. Once again, we will induce vulnerability. It won't work, but it'll get the last artifact out of the way. And then we'll just pummel you. Then we'll Cold Snap to put a Frost in the front position, and Recurse to get some armor. So I get 9 armor, which is better than 0. Not a lot better, mind you, but technically better. Shit. 19 plus 38. This is lethal. I'm actually gonna kill him to avoid taking damage. And in so doing, I get Go for the Eyes back, which I can use to cripple him, but it's just 1 week, so it's not a big deal. Let's dual cast. And mass defend, not that it's relevant anymore. Okay, he is going to hit for 51, which is decidedly lethal. I've got 7, 16 block. I've got 24 block. 24 plus 31 is 57. Plus 2 and 4 more. 23. Nope, I'm just dead. Unless... I guess the lizard tail will have to save my skin here, because there's really not much else I can do. Claw wipe for 23. Let's go here, because the majority of this is armored off anyway. I'd rather get this guy eliminated. So he popped my lizard tail, unfortunately. He popped it literally by a margin of 1 hit. But that's really all it takes. And now I've ramped enough that I should be able to just win this fight outright. Oh, that's not the same claw. That's a crappy claw. Damn it. Of course, the turn that I draw all my defense is the turn that it doesn't matter. Claw, eyes, claw, defense, leap, and strike. I clearly have a defense problem with this deck. Claw, put that on top of my deck, claw again, and finish him. Nope. Once again, all the rare cards offered do not help my strategy. I guess at this point I don't really care about cards offering that much. There's literally nothing I want that does except card draw, and I'd much rather have an extra action each turn. In case I do draw something big. I have enough money to go to that shop and make it count, so let's do that. Free buffer, thank God. Okay, let's go for the eyes. So it's down to 8. Claw, hollow, back my claw, claw again, dual cast, and block. Full block acquired. Okay, let's go vulnerable, bandage up, this is not necessary yet. Vulnerable, claw, full block. That's not even close to a full block, and I'm going to take a lot of damage here, so let's get a free attack. That did not do anything, and... damn it. That was just awful. Just awful. Let's pummel what remains. And as with all fights I've had this game, it starts off bad and then it ends really, really well. Which I guess is the nature of a claw deck, huh? There you go. Nope, not what I want. Well, that's insane. I'll take a boss from Act 1. I mean, I should be able to curb stomp them at this point, right? In theory. Okay, I forgot the part where no matter what, I'm relying on the full heal at the end of a boss fight. Let's just end this turn. I can always push him into an alternate state to... Oh my god, I have 0 defense in this hand! The fuck? And he has the armor. I don't even want to attack him. Let's just weaken him and... Oh, there we go. Okay, cool. Block? Hologram back my block, please. The best one I have. Leap. Fair enough. Make him vulnerable again. So I'm gonna take 12 damage intentionally from his thing, plus 4 from his thorns. That's fine. Alright. Well enough. Now, block. 17 is not enough for me to go ham on him with attack cards. So let's actually just pass here. There we go. Twin Slam avoided. Now I'm about to take severe damage. Much less severe damage of 12. Make him open to my attacks. A free attack card, please. Lock the fuck on. So 4 damage. Oh wow, mode shift. That's fortunate. Zap still in the trash? Yes, let's get back Zap, please. Because right now passive damage is more useful to me than having to deal with thorns constantly. Although right now I can afford to claw wipe him, so let's do it. Alright. Barrier. More barrier. That's 9. I'm about to take 16 damage. So 7 will get through. Or I can dual cast for 16. Plus 15 is 31. Plus 17 is 48, which is sublethal. So yeah, minimize damage is the way to go. Twin Slam survived. Now there's nothing stopping me from going full out for broke. So vulnerable and finish him. Plus 14 HP with an increase to max HP. That's excellent. I don't actually need a lock-on, so we'll skip it. Interact with the Tesseract. I will add a series of colorless cards to my deck, because I only have to pick them if I like them. I often play 5 cards in a single turn. Pretty much every turn, so yeah, we'll keep that. Free block with card draw, we'll keep that. Who's the final boss? Yeah, that's actually pretty good. We'll keep that too. Alright, all comes down to this. Card draw, I win. No card draw, I lose. This is the closest thing to card draw they have. So now my deck is chunky, which I don't like, but I need the versatility. Because I really need to heal up some. I'm going to avoid boss encounters. Let's go this way. No thanks. There are very few relics that are worth fighting that for. You can have a generic Defend Plus, that's fine. I've got a lot of good blocks now. Oh, this is an easy fight. We'll buffer, panache, 1, 2, 3. So see right there, panache would have triggered if I had already had it in play. 18. So we're gonna go FTL for a new card. Weaken, please. Well, finesse first. Cards first. Weaken, vulnerable, strike, panache triggers. Get some back. Get a new card, please. Steam Barrier is fine. Dual cast. Self-repair. Skim. Bandage. Can I kill him outright here? I think I can kill him outright here, and I got all my heals off, which is what I really wanted to do. I don't need extra actions, I already have them. This is a tough fight. Ooh, free Echo Form. Yes, yes, and yes. Let's see. I need 17-ish block, that's 21, so that's enough. Then we'll make you vulnerable and beat the shit out of you. Exploder has to die first. Or rather, Exploder's the one I'm on a timer to kill. The rest of them just make my deck worse. Panache is excellent. Now I can start... Oh! And Panache double casted! Oh, this is beautiful. So I don't even need to attack him. I'm going to play 5 cards for sure this turn. Let's see. 1. 2... And who's my target? Does it really matter? 3... 4... Panache triggers and they all died. Beautiful. We will heal. Block. Soft, I need to think for a second. I want to draw self-repair next turn so that I can double cast it with my Echo Form. So let's make sure he lives and I don't overdo it this turn. If I dual cast for 16 and then pass it for 3, there's still a small chance that I miss it, so let's just leave it as is. Self-repair, double triggers. Block, block, poke him, and he's dead. Free recursion? Sure, at this point I'm padding out my deck anyway, may as well add something. Max HP is now 90, which is excellent. Heat Sink is free, so play it. Don't need to heal yet. Actually, we do. We're not full, so heal. And full block is fine with a smack. I think Panache really did add a lot to my deck. It meant that every turn I do an AoE 10. Roughly, once I get it in play. This I can play now, even though I don't have full value, because it doesn't go into effect till after my turn's over. Oh, and Heat Sink, so I drew a card. Beautiful. Let's vulnerabilize the biggest one, and then beat the shit out of him. I'm still going to take massive damage to the face here, though, because I drew no defense. Mercifully, I've now gained enough max HP that I still get some value. Let's draw a card. Panache! Excellent! Now we just beat everything up, so boom. He's gonna take 5 Panache damage at the end of turn, right? No, 10. Okay, that's even better. So we can focus on this guy. Or whomever. New card, please. Claw Wipe. Beautiful. My block will probably be high enough, yep, by the end of this turn. So we can focus on killing this guy. Let's actually get dual cast off now, see what it hits. I should have waited. That's a waste of an attack. Give me a card. Claw is good. Panache just triggered. I think I can trigger it twice. 1, 2, 3, 4, Dark Shackles, 5. Yup. I think it's safe to say Panache is my alternate win strategy. For if claws aren't doing it. As long as I survive long enough, I tend to win. As long as I survive long enough. Okay, Panache for sure. Now we'll try to reach the Panache target. So, first things first, you go ahead and just don't hurt me this turn, alright? Claw. Hologram for Claw. Dig for Recurse. Panache hasn't triggered yet. Oh, I did trigger once. I need to play 4 more cards to trigger it again. That's not happening, so let's just do that and that. I don't like Hello World enough to play it. Maybe I do. This is going to be a short fight, so I would rather get more options than less, and I have that. Lord knows I tend to have the mana for it. So for example, here I got Sweeping Beam, which is fine. So self-repair, bandage up, card please, some defense is nice, Sweeping Beam so that I get extra, and the Panache just went off. I'm about to take some damage. But not a whole lot. Okay, so we're just about done here. Some block, please. Vulnerable with the damage. Just finish him. Just shoot it, Fox. Block. Okay, he died from Panache. And the +7 heal at the end of turn just went into effect. I don't need that, thank you. Jaws. Free Hello World. What is it with them and giving me Hello World? Panache, Hello World. I'll use it. Attack. Defend. Boom, boom. So Panache is triggering already. Ball Lightning. God, this is one of my favorite cards, but not for this build, obviously. Boom, boom, boom. D. Draw. Again with another boom. If I can take 0 damage this fight, I'll get a full extra 7. That's beautiful. FTL. Lots of cards, please. So that's 2 cards played. 3 cards played. 4 cards played. 5 cards played and trigger. 6 cards played. 7 cards played with an extra 8. 9. Recurse. 10 with the trigger for Panache. And I'll save both of these for later. Okay, 28 damage. What can we do about this? Well, to start with, how about 19? That's much better. 1, 2, 3. Recurse to gain some armor. Weaken to get it down to 14 out of a... So that's just 3 damage. Much, much better. Much, much, much better. And that triggered my spinning top, which almost certainly means I will get a double Panache turn again. When I do this... Claw Wipe for the damage. I should always start with Beam Cell when it's offered. Draw me a new card, please. Draw me a new card, please. Claw Wipe. Punch him. And dual cast for the damage. And what the hell? Panache needs 1 more to trigger, so I'm 1 short. So I didn't get a triple, I just got a double Panache. Lightning Strike. Oh, go for the eyes, please. New card, please. Many new cards, please. Game over. 19 damage claw, 21 damage claw, game over. Skip. Skip. Receive madness and lose HP, or become cursed and gain it. I don't need HP, so I'd rather take the cards, but I don't want the cards either. But madness does make something 0 cost, so what the hell. It's not the worst thing I could get. Buffer active, let's try not to use it until we have to. Boom. Drop first. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. More claw, more claw, more claw. And I don't want to burn my invincibility just yet, so 0 damage, please. Panache should be in my hand soon. It is not, because I keep adding damn cards to this deck. Three damage, and that burns my invincibility of all things. Okay, Panache. Make something free. I don't actually want to attack into that until I'm ready. Bandage for sure. Defense. That's not enough to ignore the thorns, and I'd rather be anal about getting as much HP as possible, so let's do this. Panache is already active, so draw, D, 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 attack. Win. I'll skip that, thank you. Fear Potion versus Steroids for attacking, Poison and Thorns. I can ditch Thorns. I don't think I'm going to get much value out of that against the final boss. Fear makes them vulnerable. Vulnerable I could use. Well, final fight. This is actually a pretty lousy deck, honestly. I don't have a whole lot of draw in it. Skim is the best draw card I have. I did finally get some things that are useful. 10 to 14 is something, considering it will trigger almost every turn. But really, the claws are what's going to carry me through, so making sure I can defend often is more valuable. So I'm actually going to take this, unless this becomes non-exhausted, which it does not. So yeah, I'm going to take this, because digging is what's going to save me this fight. Final fight! Okay. Oh, I forgot. This guy keys off of every power you play. Best not to overdo it with powers then, eh? I'm gonna use another one though. I do want more cards right now to do this. Dark Shackles is meaningless, let's move on. Okay. We're going to poison this guy ASAP and make him vulnerable. Well, once I'm ready to start fighting him, we'll make him vulnerable. Panache is good. You know what? I take it back. I'm going to start this fight over. Realizing what I just did, that this guy is going to key off of every power I play, I'd rather not give him more strength yet. I don't need to play most this hand, so I'm not going to. We're going to armor up, armor up, armor up, dual cast, and I could cripple him with shackles, but why bother? I'm taking 0 damage this turn anyway. Okay. Now what? He heals every attack, so let's focus on killing off the ads first. If I poison him early, it's not going to stick. Plus strength won't kill them much faster. Okay, so we're going to leap here for sure. Panache first. Panache is different. Panache is going to help me constantly. Leap first. Bandage to full. Defend and punch him. I don't have Lizard Tail, so this is really for all the marbles right now. I can't afford to lose this fight. Okay, this is a fully playable hand. If I play this, I overdraw, so let's play one card first. And I think we can all agree some defense will be necessary at the end of this turn, so let's make it a defense. Alright, I play this, I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 cards in hand. Perfect. Alright. More D, more cards. Let's FTL before I've gone past the trigger. I don't need to target this guy quite yet. Claws are hitting for 3, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna hit him. We're gonna weaken him. No, weaken reduces the attack, right? So we'll weaken him. And that was the Panache trigger, the first Panache trigger. I'm going to get another. So let's get this guy into Panache range. How much more damage will that take? Doesn't matter. We've got to do what it takes to get him into range, so we'll do that until he's in range. Okay, one more hit and he's out. He's out. We can now start focusing the leader, and we have full health to do it. Madness will just have to wait. Next turn we start using the good stuffs. Alright, our power turn has brought us into this fight in a big way. Let's poison him. And make him vulnerable for a while, although this turn we get a vulnerable for free, so no need. Curse, Claw, and Claw. I'm gonna take unblocked damage. I hate unblocked damage, it hurts so much. Some defense, please. Some more draw, please. I forgot to make him vulnerable before all that started. It's a little late now. I'm only gonna get 1 strike. Well, I'm gonna get some out of it. Yeah, let's make him vulnerable before I forget again. Defense, leap. Very little of that is getting through now, so let's beat him up. Hardcore. And the Panache just went off, so that's cool. 2 damage is not a whole lot. Now, again with the 21 damage, again with, well, if we weaken him, we can almost full block that. Do I trigger Panache? Save this for when I'm actually going to take a lot of damage. 28, like this would be a good time to use it. May as well play this first. Massive claws, and now my claws are ramped, so now I'm much more confident in my ability to win this fight. Ooh, you know what? Let's take the draw 4. Yeah. Because statistically I can play most of these cards. I'm far away from the Panache trigger, so that's not gonna work. But I'm also only taking 3 damage, so that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. We can deal with it. He's so close to dead, I literally don't have to do anything to kill him anymore. Let's keep upgrading the claws, though. Oh, I only get 1 hit. Block, I guess. Okay, on we go. So, full healed and dealing lethal damage on the first hit. Damn. You don't play around. I'm pretty sure I don't have any powers left in my deck, but we'll play this. Let's draw first, see what I get. Oh, I do have a power left. Well, let's get it out of my hand, that's for sure. More draw. Massive block. That's as much as I can block. A strike for 3. Let's steroids here. I don't think we're going to get more than a triple strike. Do I hold out for better? Nah, let's do it now. Alright. I'm doing good. Doing good. He does not need a lot more damage. Oh my god, but he's going to kill me this turn. 33 to my 10. Draw 4 for sure. Alright, give me more. I don't have the weakening, do I? No, okay, give me more. Okay, now I have weakening in my hands. He is weakened, so this is the maximum I can hurt for. If I draw 4, I get no defect. I might hit Dark Shackles. If I hit Dark Shackles, I might live. Yeah, I think I have to draw 4 instead of dealing damage here. I did not hit Dark Shackles. In fact, I did not hit any draw cards, so this is for all the marbles. 8, 16, 24, 27, 33 minus 27. I think I block enough. I think I block enough if I play all my blocks. Actually, only 1 damage gets through, so that's pretty beautiful. And I weaken him, so nothing gets through. And I beat the shit out of him, so if I had saved my attack steroids for that turn, it would have been better. Draw 4, please. Weaken. There's 24 block needed. That's 9 of it. That's 17. It's 19. That's evoke for 16 more. That's 9 punch, and that is lethal. But first, make him a pathetic weenie, and then whack. What a run! What a fantastic run! So let's look at this deck. Ultimately, the early claws defined the deck, and removing a bunch of cards made it more and more fluid, but I kept adding them back towards the last act because I knew I didn't have enough. With just powerful strikes and powerful blocks, there was nothing moving me quickly through killing enemies. Panache gave me some desperately needed AoE damage, and AoE damage helped me clear fights faster. Picking up the wrench gave me tons of sustain during the last act when I needed it most, so I didn't have to rest at every campfire. But ultimately, the clinching winning card of the deck was... Come on, where is it? Where is it? Skim. Draw 4 in a deck that runs this many 0-cost cards basically reads play 4 cards. Now there are awesome card effects such as All for 1, which for 2 mana gives you all your 0-cost cards from the discard again. So in this deck that would have given me Zap, Claw, Bandage, Claw, 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 Panache, Go for the Eyes, Recurse. I mean, I would have had like 6, 7, I would have had like a full 10 card hand just from playing one of those. But I never drew it. I never drafted it. And that happens. Reboot gives you your entire graveyard shuffled back, and then you get 5 to 7 cards. So again, massive burst. But the big thing when you play any roguelike is that you have to reason around conditions of uncertainty, and you have to make choices as you go. Recognizing that what I lacked was card draw, I intentionally went to question marks and merchants because I had already denied myself the ability to get good stuff after fights consistently. And I went looking for card draw. And when I picked Skim, which is not the most ideal of card draws, the ability to go Skim followed by Hologram followed by Skim saved me in the final fight in situations that would have otherwise been lethal. And that's my post-game analysis. Definitely I got a little lucky with my early getting this many claws, but if I hadn't got this many claws, I could have just gone a different direction. Anyway, that was a fun 0-strength claw run, and unfortunately we didn't really get to see the orbs in action, just a pittance of frost here and lightning there. Maybe I'll do another run with the Defect kind of showing off orbs, but for now, I will see you guys next time.